Cześć wszystkim, witam was bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gry o Tron, oczywiście od Telltale Games. Lecimy dalej, tym razem przenosimy się do Królewskiej Przystani, no i co, ja wznawiam grę i zapraszam na oglądanie.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Okej, czyli poznajemy tutaj Mirę, starszą siostrę Itana, czyli lorda teraz rodu Foresterów, i ona znajduje się w Królewskiej Przystani i jest służką Margaery, tak jak widzieliśmy tutaj, więc bardzo możliwe, że coś tam tutaj pomoże w naszej sprawie. Dobra, rozchodzimy się po tym pokoju, mamy tu jakąś skrzynię. Czy ona jest jej? Chyba tak, bo widzę tutaj już herb jej rodu, więc prawdopodobnie to jest jej skrzynia. Co sobie tam trzyma? Jej też musi być cholernie ciężko, jak siedzi tutaj w Królewskiej Przystani i usłyszała prawdopodobnie już o śmierci twojego ojca i brata.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
A to za moneta? Junkaj.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him.
Asher to jest jej starszy brat, który został wygnany do Essos. Tylko jeszcze nie wiadomo, za co został wygnany i mam nadzieję, że dowiemy się tego, bo z chęcią bym się właśnie tego dowiedział. Dobra, mamy jeszcze jakąś notkę, więc spójrzmy na nią na początku. Albo po prostu przeczytajmy.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
No, tylko jej przypomnieliśmy o ojcu znowu. No dobra. Zamknijmy tu skrzynię i zobaczmy, co jeszcze w tym pokoju możemy znaleźć. Wszystko, co by nam pomogło, jeśli chodzi o sprawę, o pomoc naszej rodzinie, tak naprawdę. Co to jest? Stara, zakorzeniona książka. Zobaczmy.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Teraz tutaj przypomnieliśmy o rodzinków, nie o ojcu, dostał do
Hope to see them all
rodzinków.
someday.
No, chyba ich nie zobaczysz już niestety. Dobra, spójrzmy za okno.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Żelazny fort mi się dużo bardziej podobał od Królewskiej Przystani, chociaż tam no to jest porównanie jakby wsi do miasta, no ale tak czy siak ten żelazny fort jakoś ma tu lepszą atmosferę, klimat i tak dalej. Okej, list od matki, przeczytajmy sobie jeszcze go.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Okej, ktoś pukał, ale czy coś tu jeszcze jest ciekawego? Nie, z tej strony nie widzę. Tu chyba też nic. Dobra. Otwórzmy komuś to.
One moment.
Kogo my tu mamy?
Sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, wpuśćmy go, czemu by nie?
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Czy nie możesz tak po prostu wysypać wszystkiego?
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
It's widely known that I work for Lady Marjorie.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know.
W sumie miło z jego
Most people
strony.
don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Powiem wam, że mi się wydaje, że to może być jeden z ptaszków Warysa. Trzeba pamiętać, że Warys ma po całej królewskiej przystani po prostu dzieci, młodsze osoby i tak dalej, które po prostu dla niego podsłuchiwały różne rzeczy, przekazywały wiadomości. O, i mam naszą królową młodą,
Lady Marjorie,
przyszłą.
you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
A to kto to? Ja jej nie
From
znam.
the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family
Na
as
razie
well.
You're very
komplementy.
kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the
Dobra,
wedding
zrobimy o co
so
prosi.
near.
A potem może,
I'll
może
do as
ona
you
nam
ask,
pomoże.
my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Okej, czyli po prostu
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
spróbujemy wykiwać Cersei, ale to będzie ciężkie na pewno. Zobaczymy.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
No to idziemy. No nie będzie to łatwe na pewno. Wykiwać królową? Ciężko. Ale widzę też i Tyriona tam. Więc może jednak coś się tutaj uda zrobić.
You can do this.
Chodźmy, chodźmy. Co to za ludzie? To nie znam. Ale czekajcie, oni mają złote płaszcze czy białe płaszcze? Czyli złote to królewska? Czyli gwardia królewska,
Lady
jeśli...
Marjorie, aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Kleknij, kleknij. Ma być... Nie możemy jej dać powodu, żeby się złościła.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Okej,
Is your
mówimy.
family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he?
Mówimy
She
wszystko,
is.
co by chciała
Joffrey is
usłyszeć.
the one true king, your grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, your grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you. If you have any loyalty at all.
No to jej
Is
się nie
your house
spodobało.
willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, your grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, your grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, your grace. I would do anything.
I see.
W końcu się uśmiechnęła.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Margaery here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
O Boże, no. Damy to.
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Margaery. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
O Boże, ciężkie pytanie.
I'm sure she
Let the
would.
girl answer the question.
A,
Go on.
I would be true to the king.
sama nam Margaery mówiła, żebyśmy mówili
said.
wszystko, co musimy.
I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Okej, ciekawe co wyjdzie z tego, co odpowiedzieliśmy. Z naszych odpowiedzi. Czy coś dobrego, czy nie. Czy młoda królowa się na nas wkurzy za to? Chociaż sama mówiła. Mówić, co trzeba i tyle.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
Tego to
We only
lubię.
spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Margaery was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Margaery.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Margaery might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Myślę, że zaryzykujemy.
It may be far too dangerous.
A Tyrion może nam
In
naprawdę
fact,
bardzo
forget
pomóc
I
naszemu
even
rodowi.
suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
Oby jak
Now, if
najszybciej.
you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
No, to akurat wiemy. Królewska przystań to jest kompletnie co innego niż północ. Na północy najważniejszy jest honor. Tutaj co innego tak naprawdę. A przynajmniej w tych czasach. Dobra. Zobaczymy teraz, co się będzie działo dalej.
How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Margaery has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. Sarah! What?
Oho.
It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Margaery could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Margaery well. Which is more than you can say
Dla
for his
rodziny.
mother.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right. Of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Okej, czyli zrobiliśmy coś dobrego, to może teraz ją
Exhausting sometimes.
poprosimy o przysługę.
There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Okej,
I
pytamy ją
do
teraz o
appreciate
pomoc.
your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Prosimy o pomoc. Spróbujemy.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
A, pytamy.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Please, Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee.
Ramsay? Roose Bolton's bastard.
I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown...
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady! King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Okej, coś nam udało się zrobić.
I will send a raven to my family at once.
Co z tego wyjdzie, nie wiadomo. Choć nie sądzę, żeby Joffrey był przychylny do tego. Znamy Joffreya, czego tam znaliśmy. O, sorry za syrenę za oknem, ale coś, jakaś karetka jedzie chyba. Dobra, myślę, że w tym miejscu będziemy mogli skończyć, bo tu się już zaczyna nowa historia, Gereda tym razem. Królewską przystań teraz zrobiliśmy, 22 minuty, więc idealnie na to, żeby zakończyć. Dzięki wielkie za oglądanie, mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Jeśli tak, dodajcie łapę w górę. Może wy byście inne decyzje podjęli tutaj. Ja wybrałem właśnie takie dialogi i tak dalej. No i co? Jutro o 16 znowu kolejny odcinek, tym razem znowu z Garedem, czyli prawdopodobnie dotrzemy do muru, na mur i przywdziejemy czarny płaszcz i w ogóle dojdziemy do nocnej straży. Dobra, jeszcze raz, na razie, pa, see ya.